Jalen Hurts 3. Joe Burrow, when he's healthy, he's great. It's just I don't like to have that attached to my quarterback. You know, when he's healthy, he's great. I want him to be healthy.
It's the Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings from 9 till 11. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Looking for a new way to explore Bay County? Or maybe your trusty bike needs a tune-up? Head to Steve's Bike Shop. They've got a huge selection of new and used bicycles, plus the latest electric bikes to get you where you need to go fast. And if your bike is acting up, their expert technicians repair all makes and models, even electric bikes. Serving Bay County for 46 years. Steve's Bike Shop, 1924 West 23rd Street, right across from Sam's. Steve's Bike Shop. Your ride starts here.
Looking for your next reliable ride? Don't break the bank. Cruise on down to Emerald Coast Auto Sales. From spacious family SUVs to sleek fuel-efficient sedans, we have an incredible selection of quality pre-owned vehicles waiting just for you right here on our lot at Emerald Coast Auto Sales. Drive home happy today. Emerald Coast Auto Sales, 2815 15th Street, right across the street from Cedar Grove Elementary.
Get ready for our Star Spangled Celebration at Tracy's Fine Jewelry and Gifts in beautiful downtown Panama City. Save 20 to 50% throughout the store on fine jewelry, diamonds, gifts, and more. Plus, now is the perfect time to start your Christmas shopping with only 20% down on layaways. Don't miss the savings, sparkle, and celebration at Tracy's Fine Jewelry and Gifts, putting a sparkle on Bay County, 638 Harrison Avenue, downtown Panama City.
Let's be real. Look at this fur. This kind of star quality doesn't just happen. That's why humans are taking their VIP, very important pet to the new Moon and Pearl Pet Parlor, 6126 Thomas Drive. It's a one-on-one, calm, spa-style pampering experience for us dogs and cats. Pure red carpet treatment. Book online at our new Facebook page for Moon and Pearl Pet Parlor, or Google Moon and Pearl Pet Parlor. Be sure to take a selfie with me. Just ask for Mavis.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
WGSX Lynn Haven, WVLQ Port St. Joe, ESPN Northwest Florida.
Back to the gap at the wall, out of here!
Rise and shine, campers. It's a brand new day.
What a lovely morning.
Good morning, Starshine.
You seem happy this morning.
Morning, everybody. Thanks for coming in early.
The Coach James Hale Show is live and local. Live from the J. Michaels Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Hot tub! Yeah. Hot tub! I'm full of water! I stay hot tub! Hot! Stay there! There! Hot! Stay hot there! Hot tub! Gonna get you hot tub! I'm gonna make it wet! Stay hot tub! Rubber dub in the hot tub! Rubber dub with me! Should I get in the hot tub?
Yeah!
Will it make me sweat?
Yeah!
Should I get in the hot tub?
Yeah!
TGI.
Whoa, Nelly.
Yeah, toes go in first. TGI. That's what we had to do on our basketball shoes when I was growing up. Our Converse All-Stars came in only white.
Y'all had shoes?
Yeah, we did.
The cobbler made them in his little house.
That's right.
A couple things before we get cranked up. 1976 State Championship Bay High School football team. We're going to have some of those members on Thursday. They're getting ready to do something pretty special for the school, and I'll just kind of lead with that till I get more. I got something, I just can't read it. It's too small on my phone. I can't pull it up. Glenn, I might let you try it here in the break or something. But anyway, we're looking forward to that. Thursday, I'll have more information on that. 50 years. Yeah. 1978, the only state championship football team in the great Bay County.
Yeah, and had a great celebration of life for Coach Deaton. It was fantastic. A lot of people there, and
that was Saturday.
Saturday at Kent Forest Lawn. Yeah, so it was great.
All right, what's the latest with James with the weather? We got tropical storm watch, not warning.
Yeah, we got a watch thing out there. It's still technically an invest. They haven't actually given it a name yet, but it looks like something, I guess.
Yeah, I watched it this morning. It said it will become a named storm, so we'll see. And that will be later today. We have more information. I think the worst day for us is going to be maybe tonight, Tuesday.
Yeah, it's looking like today. I mean, the rain that we've been getting over the past couple of days has just been, the kickoffs from it. So, I mean, it's kind of already been here, done that, waiting
Patrick,
for it to pass now.
How hard is that with your business when we get soaked like some tropical system like this? It's going to be a lot of rain, maybe even flooding. How's that affect Pat Garner from Turf Pro Pest Control? What's that figure? How's that affect you guys?
We have to watch the weather on the turf. We're watching the conditions of the turf, how saturated it gets. Some of the stuff is actually beneficial because we get water past the initial surface.
Mm-hmm.
Too much rain at one time, of course, it's just runoff. So you have to watch what you're doing, what you're putting out, how you're attacking any nymphs that you're having, or any problems. The rain is good because it does have nitrogen in it. It has natural micronutrients in it. So as far as household bugs, you can start seeing some household bugs because they're going to start getting out of the water.
Climbing for higher ground.
Correct.
Glenn does that.
Yeah. I mean, I always make the joke that when we don't have rain, you don't see ant mounds.
Yeah.
And then as soon as we get rain coming, you see ant mounts.
Oh, yeah.
They're getting out of Dodge.
What's the best way to them to get up with you? We went ahead and signed up that special you had going on, as far as you know, and 3 for 1, and you can't beat it. I mean, we don't have any bugs in the house anymore, and we hardly ever did anyway. And then all of a sudden, then you came and they were gone. The yard looks like a golf course. What's the best way? And that truck's all in Bay Point. What's the best way to get up with you?
Flag us down as we're driving down the road. Just stop the truck.
I wouldn't do that.
Right there.
I would not do that.
No, I'm kidding. You can call us on our local number, 850-890-5820. We're on Facebook. You can message us at Turf Pro PC. We're out and about. You can't miss our trucks, the big blue and yellow trucks. I call them the Smurf mobiles with yellow stripes.
There you go.
They do a great job.
They do. He came by and took care of my rodent problem from feeding the squirrels. So
good.
I took care of that, and he did a good job. You don't see anything around the house crawling on little things. So
go back to the funeral. Talk about a great man we lost. His impact, influence, his family. They're still at it. They'll carry on that name. But what a great man he was.
He was.
Tell me who we're talking about.
Coach Don Deaton, who was the assistant coach when they won the state championship in '76. Then he took over in '77 or '78 and did that for 8 or 9 years. And one of the guys, Jim Hosenback, who played center for him and also played basketball and went to LSU on football scholarship, said, I don't think he knew my first name. He always just said, Hosenback. But they all said he if you didn't know Don, he was so matter of fact. He was kind of gruff, but he was a big teddy bear when you got to know him. And Osenbach
kind of like you.
Yeah, Osenbach said they were still afraid of him when you go meet him. But what a great guy, and of course, treating the grandkids and everything was a lot different than coaching. So, but people came and told stories, and one of the funny stories was that Mark told that when he was, I guess he was in the military, he was stationed up there about close to Lake Placid. So Don went to see him and wanted to go. He said, "I'm going to go stand on Lake Placid." So he got up, slid down his hill, and he tore his jacket and everything, and so he got back up and they went to the store to buy stuff. And so he said, well, I don't care, all this stuff, but I get to stand on Lake Placid. And he goes, no, that's Lake Merrill or something. Lake Placid's 5 miles down the road. And he said it was Lake Placid to me, so that's just kind of the things he had, but he was a great guy. I mean, really.
Was it a big crowd?
Yeah, it was, and there's a lot of people couldn't stay because they filled up the chapel. So some people came and did their thing with the family and left, but I got to stay and everything. So it was quite a thing, though, to see how many people, even after 50 years, respect those guys had for him and everything. So.
I remember when Mackie Owens died. Went to his funeral.
Mackie,
a lot of people there. We lost some great ones, man. We have lost some great ones.
And I tell you what, Carol she was one of the standards too at the school because she became the cheerleading coach and secretary, athletic secretary, and everything.
Well, Lisa was over at Arnold for years, and great lady. She married into that wonderful family.
David. Yeah. So, yeah.
Well, we got a caller. This family's a legendary family. He is a true Crimson Tider volunteer. Not many people have that combination. He loves both schools equally. Let's bring him on now, the one and only Michael. Good morning, sir. How are you doing?
Buenos dias.
Buenos dias. ¿Cómo está usted?
Feliz lunes. Feliz fin de...
Hey, don't talk politics. Let's
Copa
go.
del Mundo.
After you were ready,
I'm talking soccer, man. Spain won yesterday,
sorry.
brother, and they beat Argentina. You know, it's two. I will say one political thing about Spain and Argentina, and everybody's worried about communism. There's two fastest countries right there. Still a joke. I had some information. By the way, Coach Manley, Saudi Daisy wore black Chuck Taylors, okay?
Okay. Is that like Madison with the polka dot uniforms?
Yeah. Oh, man. Madison has become the Florida of Nashville. The SRO has been fired and indicted for having sex with another police officer while the kids were at the junior high.
No, man.
And, any school that – here's the thing. I'm a Tennessee guy, but they wore orange and they ran a single wing way too long. And I hated we scrimmaged them. We never played against them. I won't say who I played for, but anyway, it's like, man, this is awful. Fake this way, fake that way. Now they call it the wing tee. Anyway, I was going to ask you if you had heard of what PBR is in sports. There's three things. Jay got the first one.
What did he say?
TBR?
PBR.
TPR.
Oh, TPR,
Yeah.
Tennessee Preparatory.
No, P. No, P. No, that's TPS. Okay, all right. That's where Boner coached. Okay, your buddy. Anyway, that's where he got his fourth. What do you call it? Retirement. And a brilliant man. Anyway, P like Papa, Bravo, Romeo.
Oh.
Players break room.
There you go. That's one of them. Pabst Blue Ribbon. I know y'all.
Yep.
Came
up with that one.
About.
Yeah. Professional bull riders and prep baseball reports.
Oh,
okay.
Which they're hosting a showcase of rising juniors at East Point in Atlanta. I don't recommend going there unless you've got a helicopter. They're going to play on turf fields in Florida, Georgia, Alabama, and Tennessee are sending select squads. And Tennessee, you can say roll tide on this, Coach. Tennessee's going to take on Alabama.
Roll tide.
At 5:15 on Thursday.
All right.
They're going in on Wednesday, and they're going to do all their metrics. And it's going to be it's amazing. You got young men. Some of them might be as young as 15. Others, 16. And they'll be doing everything they do at like a pro day or a scouting combine. But here's the interesting thing is they cannot be approached by any of the scouts because you cannot recruit, at least NCAA. Okay, I don't know about the National Christian College Association or NAIA can probably talk to them. But of course, there'll be pro scouts there too. And they cannot talk to them. NCAA can't until August 1st because that's the rules.
And
you
rules are not
they
will not be broken. That's good.
True.
But the college
they'll
and
never-
NIL can, right?
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if the pros can go to them and say, hey, we like you and we'll take you and whatever. They're not going to do that. But I just found it very interesting. It's very, very organized. It also conflicts with the start of football in a lot of those states.
Well, most of those guys, if they're going to play in that, a lot of them don't play anything but baseball.
That's right. They've become very specialized. Great observation. And I don't know if that's to be, John Smoltz at his Hall of Fame induction bemoaned that. He thought
He's
thought
a
people
hockey
should play
player.
more sports. Smoltz.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Smoltz,
The hockey players make good
Glavine.
baseball players.
Glavine was the hockey
What's that?
player.
Okay.
Who? Glavine, yeah.
Tom
he's
Glavine
from
was the
up
hockey
north.
player.
Right, thank you for the correction there. we're getting old, so we get our facts mixed up, and we just don't let facts stand in the way of any commentary, right?
That's correct.
Right, Coach?
That's correct. As long as we're having a good talk, it doesn't matter.
I mean, this is going out on the internet, so it's all true.
Yeah, that's true.
Right, it's got to be true. Yeah, save it for the podcast so it can be reviewed. I'm also here to report on the Nashville Grand Prix, which I had free tickets to yesterday. I didn't go because it got rained out, and I feel smart. And, it's one of those things. I could go back today, but guess what? The weather forecast is the same. Thunderstorms and 110-degree heat index.
Yeah.
But I don't know why IndyCar didn't get up and run it at 8 o'clock this morning when there were no thunderstorms, and it was about 74. But they do what they want. That's a great possibility.
Mike,
anyway,
thank you for the call, bud. We got to take a break.
I got to go, dude. You have a good day.
Bye, buddy.
Bye, Mike.
Mike.
Go Balls.
Tell you what, we're at the legendary J. Michaels this weekend. Had a great time, like always, every Sunday. And I tell you what, it's incredible. The ice cold crystal beer, the best steaks, burgers, pork chops, you name it. Seafood's incredible. Fried shrimp's the best you'll get anywhere. Go check it out. The legendary J. Michaels Restaurant on Thomas Drive. If you're over in Lynn Haven, you got to get to Beef Faux Braised in Lynn Haven. Pat Purnell, the city commissioner over there, does an incredible job. His restaurant's even better, if that's possible, but it is. It's the way he trains them up. They never have a bad day. Always got a smile on their face. They treat you like family. Beef Faux Braised, Lynn Haven. Hey, we're over in Lynn Haven. Let's go see the man. Let's go see Russ. Let's go see Amber. Let's go see Patrick. Let's get some jewelry. Where are we going?
We're going to do Adamson.
Going to Dave and Adamson's. And I'm going to leave my name for Coach Manley to pick me up the jewelry that I need.
There you go.
Yeah, my name's been on there for a year. I ain't got it yet. It's just an expensive watch is all I've been asking for. Come on, Glenn.
I know. I saw the price.
Yeah, speaking of restaurants, we all love Mexican food. Pepper's Mexican Grill. You can't beat it, man. They've got one in Panama City Beach. Finally, we got our own Pepper's Mexican Grill. Buy one, get one free. If you're military personnel day, if you're on the baby base, get out there today. 10% discount. Buy a draft beer. Next one's free. Same thing with the house margaritas. The best food you get anywhere. Great place to have birthday parties. Pepper's Mexican Grill, Panama City Beach Parkway. We'll be right back. 104. What's the most deadliest states in the country to drive in? Besides, well, they're all here. They're all here right now in Panama City Beach, so watch out for the tags. We'll tell you about some of them when we get back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
You've read the headlines. You've seen the highlights.
Highway robbery!
But how about the unfiltered truth?
Steroid era, you can like it, love it, hate it, whatever. It saved baseball.
Since 2017, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida has been the undisputed leader for sports coverage on the Panhandle. If it matters in sports, it matters to us, and it matters to you. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Anna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida. For this afternoon and evening, likely thunderstorms and light showers and a high of 86 with wind 15 to 20 miles per hour out of the east. A chance of thunderstorms and light showers tonight, a moderate breeze and quite warm near 80. Likely thunderstorms and sprinkles and 86 tomorrow. 88 and some clouds in the early morning. And then a chance of thunderstorms Wednesday. This is your Monday's weather brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for tuning in to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
There's only one sport with games to bet every day the rest of the summer, and there's only one legal app to bet it. Bet baseball on Hard Rock Bet, your home to bet home runs, strikeouts, even the next at-bat. It's secure and regulated, so your money is safe. Step up to the plate with towering parlays that can turn a dollar bet into a max payout up to $2 million.
It's out of here!
Hard Rock Bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Your goals matter, and at Anytime Fitness Panama City, they're ready to help you crush them. With expert coaching, personal training, and virtual workouts through the Anytime Fitness app, you'll have all the support you need inside the club and beyond. Limited time only. Join today for just $1 down and start your fitness journey now. Don't wait. Visit 107 West 23rd Street, Suite W8, or call 850-818-8184. Anytime Fitness. Let's make healthy happen.
Now, it's time for your Atlanta Braves morning update, presented by Tidal Wave Auto Spa. Get clean car happy at any of the 250-plus Tidal Wave Auto Spa locations today.
Braves take Game 3 and take the series. I'm Barrett Salee, and this is your Braves Radio Network morning update.
Tidal Wave Auto Spa is the official car wash of the Atlanta Braves and your go-to car wash destination all season long. Visit TidalWaveAutoSpa.com to find a location nearest you.
The Braves get the second half of the season started out on the right foot as they top the Texas Rangers 8-5 in Game 3 of the three-game set. They take the series from the AL West leading Rangers. It was a big day for Drake Baldwin. 5 for 5 with 2 home runs. He went 10 for 14 in the series, and Sunday was a 5-hit game. That's the first one for a Brave since Whit Merrifield in 2024, and the first one for a catcher in a Braves uniform since 2004 and Johnny Estrada. Austin Riley getting hot as well. He hit 2 home runs. He had 3 hits. He had 4 RBI. Austin heating up. Rangers in the rearview mirror. The Padres coming to town. JP Sears going for the Padres. He's 2-2, has a 5.03 ERA. Bryce Elder gets the ball for the Braves. He's 5-6, has a 4.12 ERA this season. For leadoff show at 6, first pitch at 7:15 from Truist Park. You can hear all of it on the Braves Radio Network.
He's a beacon of light to many and an inspiration to all. The Coach James Hale Show.
Pro-gun, pro-flag, and pro-Pisha.
Live from the J. Michaels Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. We've been waiting for it. It's finally here. SEC Media Days kick off today. Monday, here's your lineup. Kentucky, Missouri, Oklahoma, and Tennessee. As soon as I get home, I get the TV on the ESPN network. I'll be watching that, looking forward to it. It's finally here. Then on Tuesday, I'm really looking forward to Tuesday. You got Auburn, South Carolina, Georgia, Vandy. Then Wednesday, I think is the big one, Florida, Ole Miss because of Golding, Texas A&M, and Alabama. Looking forward to that one. Thursday, Arkansas, LSU, Mississippi State, Texas A&M, and I want to say Tennessee. I take that back. Texas A&M will be on Wednesday. On Thursday, it's Arkansas, LSU, Mississippi State, and Texas. And I guess Texas. Texas A&M's on Wednesday. Anyway, I think I screwed that up. But looking forward, SEC Media Days are there. We got time for that. SEC Media Days go. Which one are you looking forward to the most, Glenn?
SEC? Nah.
Oh, come on. Auburn?
Probably Auburn, but, I want to hear from the LSU and Ole Miss. LSU and Ole Miss is kind of what I want to hear, if they do any
I'm with you.
Back and forth badgering, So
I think Wednesday will be a good day. And I think there'll be drilled some tough questions. Patrick, what about you? If SEC Media Days, you looking to hear Goldish, what he's got to say about the Auburn Tigers? Are you cared about what Kirby Smart has to say about Georgia or DeBoer of Alabama? What are you looking for?
Well, I want to see kind of what Auburn has to say. Florida, that's 2 of them. Of course, Lane Kiffin's going to be somewhat entertaining through there. Pete Golding will be interesting with Ole Miss, especially when he talks about the quarterback situation. With Chambliss there, and then the backup being Auburn's former phenom freshman Deuce Knight.
Yeah, they close it off on Friday with Arkansas. New coach from Memphis. Yeah, I'm going to hear what he says. Then Lane Kiffin, definitely want to watch that one. Mississippi State, not so much. Stark at Texas, I want to hear what he has to say. My favorite day is going to be Wednesday. Summerall, I hope they ask him questions. Coach, you need another linebacker. You can go into the classroom, try to find somebody else, another school. And it's just his really first 4 years as head coach. Looking forward to seeing what he has to say. DeBoer, what he has to say. A&M, Elko, I like him. So if somewhere on Friday, that to me that's the favorite day. It's going to be Wednesday. But I'm pumped up about today. I'm just glad SEC Media Days are here. We went through the boring ACC. I just said that.
I would love to see DeBoer come out and make a statement that all coaches now have to have red or white trucks.
There you go.
Tell everybody what you're talking about.
So what I'm talking about, we had to go up to a cheerleading camp up there at the University of Alabama, And me and my wife are walking through the athletic thing, and the coaching parking lot is off to our right. And I look over there, and I see this truck sitting there all by itself. And I look at my wife, and I said, well, that's the problem that DeBoer has had the last couple of years. She goes, what? And I said, it's a blue truck sitting in the parking lot. And I was like,
War Eagle.
I said, Nick Saban would never have allowed anything of orange, blue. If it wasn't crimson, white, black, or gray, it wouldn't have been here. I told Coach about that, and he started laughing. But so, hence the joke. I'd love to see him come out and say only maroon or crimson.
Crimson, yeah.
And white trucks.
There's a lady that went to. Her whole family went to Alabama, and so they named her Crimson, Krimson, and ANN. And the last name was White. Crimson and White was her name.
Seriously?
Yeah,
That's
she
pretty
said
cool.
She was sitting in this theater, one of those multi-amphitheater things where it had a big class like psychology. And she said, I knew what was going to happen when she got to my name. So the lady gets down there and goes, Crimson and White, is that your name? And she goes, yes, that's
Roll
my
Tide.
name.
Roll Tide, baby. Roll Tide. All right, I want to get this in today. This is a new world record. Can you imagine being able to do this? It was a British runner. Josh Kerr, I think is his name. He ran a mile, 3 minutes, 42 seconds. 3 minutes and 42 seconds.
Wow.
That's sprinting a mile.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever think somebody could run it? I didn't ever think it's hard to get to like 4 flat, but to get 3 minutes and 42 seconds, that is unbelievable.
All right.
Now, I used to.
They took them forever to get to 4.
Right.
So.
And then they said that would never happen. I mean, of course, we weren't alive then, but I remember looking at stuff.
Right.
That will never happen. It did. That to me blows my mind.
It is.
3 minutes and 42 seconds to run a mile. That's pretty special. That's a new world record. Pretty good. All right, if you're out driving in beautiful Panama City or in Bay County, and you see these 5 tags, be careful. The top 5 deadliest states to drive in, per capita now, per capita. Yeah, it's from here's number 5's from the South. Any idea who it would be in the South?
Tennessee.
Close.
Georgia.
Close. Well, not that close. They're not talking about Georgia football players now. We're talking to.
But I mean, they're the majority of the problem.
Yeah. Number 5 from the great state of Arkansas.
Wow.
Be careful. Per capita, the 5th most deaths driving in a vehicle accident. Number 4, it's not from the South. It's out west. I didn't know this.
California.
You'll never get it. No, per capita, you'll never get it.
Utah.
New Mexico.
New Mexico.
New Mexico.
Yeah, I can see that.
How can you do that? There's nobody. There's nobody on the roads.
That's exactly it. It's because there's nobody around. You fall asleep. Nobody finds you for days.
Boom. Yeah. At number 3 from the great state in the Southeastern Conference, who is it?
Texas.
No.
Mississippi.
No. Not at number 3.
Oklahoma.
No.
Louisiana.
No.
Alabama.
No.
Georgia.
No.
Florida.
Missouri.
Kentucky.
No. All right, who do we miss?
Arkansas.
Vanderbilt. Nashville. Tennessee.
Downtown Nashville directly.
Good job.
I'll go with Arkansas.
No.
Okay.
Arkansas.
Have we covered
5. Arkansas is number 5. New Mexico's number 4.
The only state we haven't said, I think, is Alabama.
No.
Florida.
Gamecocks. South Carolina.
Okay.
At number 3. Listen, we drove to, oh my God, South Carolina, not Clemson. But yeah, we did go to Clemson. Charleston. Thank you, Glenn. And I could see that. Honestly, God, we almost got killed twice. I believe it.
I'm surprised Georgia when you drive around Atlanta.
Well, they did per capita. I think that's one. At number 2, Wyoming. Y'all never get that.
No.
But number 1, what's the number 1 state? The top 5 deadliest. The number 1 deadliest state when you drive.
New York.
You do see their tags in this place.
Texas.
No.
Ontario.
I can see that one.
Think it through now. Think it through.
Gosh. New York.
This is true. 1976. I think it was 1976. I took 2 of my kids, 2 of my teammates, to Montgomery, in a little town outside Montgomery, and they said, James, we can't stop, and we're not going to stop, and if it gets dark, there's no way we're going to stop. You got to promise me that. I said, okay. What state were we driving in?
Alabama.
No, we were going to Alabama.
Oh, Mississippi.
Mississippi. This is back in the they were
So
scared
I was
to death.
right to start with when I said
No,
Mississippi.
you said Mississippi. We were talking about the third, not number one.
No.
Number
I was just
one.
ahead of my time.
Schematics.
Yeah, no.
I was ahead of my
You got to
time.
be correct. I asked the judges. They said no. You're not correct.
Hey, on the Family Feud, that number one goes off.
That's right.
All right, number one with the great state of Mississippi. You better be careful driving there. And that, knowing my wife, where they drive, yeah.
Isn't that where Mr. Ledbetter lied to the state trooper after they shot and killed the cow, and he said he was okay, then he sued the police officer for not calling an ambulance because he had a broke leg?
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, when they asked him to testify, he goes, well, I saw what they did to that cow, and there was no way I was going to tell him I was hurt.
What were you talking about earlier? You said mentioned
this past weekend, the Big South Nationals in basketball. They had youth all the way to high school. 87 boys and girls teams are here playing. And they were all over Panama City playing and everything. And now I think this week we have the United States Fast Pitch Association. So we're going to have the World Series this week in fast pitch. So you get out there and women's fast pitch. So get out there. And
So
enjoy
here's your something. So for the guy that ran that 3 mile in 3:42, he'd have got a speeding ticket in Bay Point for running.
There you go. That's right.
Because that's an average of 16.22 miles an hour.
That's crazy. I can't imagine somebody doing that.
I know it.
I mean, what would you do if you're sitting there, you're driving through somewhere like Bay Point, and a guy comes running by you, and he's jogging long distance?
That's running. That ain't no
I always
driving.
feel so safe when the security guard goes by at Bay Point. It was just amazing to me.
We had a report. We had to run a mile at a certain time, but by position groups, and it was tough, man. But and when I see this, I'm like, of course, the guy that ran this probably doesn't weigh 230 pounds either. He probably weighed about 130. But still, I don't care what he weighs. That's incredible.
It is.
All right, let's talk about some of our great people. All of them.
When we ran the mile, we gave the linemen 2 years, so they can make it.
Do you want to look better, feel better? Max Fit Sports Nutrition. Jason Kovaleski can make that happen. Listen to Jason every Tuesday and Friday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. We got 4 great locations. John and Charlotte always give back to the community. Get out to Newbies, have a great time. Charlotte's going to have the best entertainment lined up all summer. Newbies still encouraged to watch all sporting events. St. Andrews, the big, beautiful blue facility over there. And, Kathy had a birthday the other day. Bless her heart. She does such a wonderful job. Get out to Newbies. Tell them Coach sent you. Also, don't forget about the man, the myth, the legend. That's Jason at Stevenson Air Conditioning, the most honest, hardworking guy out there. They are incredible. Locals taking care of locals throughout the Panhandle of Florida. Graduated from Mosley High School, started this business. He hit a home run, man. They've exploded throughout the Panhandle of Florida because they're honest, they're hard work, and they're there when they say they're going to be there. So if you're having problems getting the house cooled off in this heat and humidity, get it serviced. Call Stevenson Air Conditioning. Don't go national. Go local. Go Stevenson Air Conditioning. Steve's Bike Shop. Local, are you kidding me? The swim coach at Mosley High School. Electrical bikes are taking over the world. They got new and used right there at Steve's Bike Shop, right across the street from Sam's on 23rd Street. We get back. Glenn's got the FSU update, brought to you by Newbies 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Colin Cowherd. They went to NFL coaches, executives, general managers, and scouts, and they asked them, who are the 10 best quarterbacks in the league? Where's Sam Darnold? And that's what's really interesting. Even the GMs in this league don't know what the hell to do with Sam Darnold. Back-to-back 14 wins and a Super Bowl.
The Herd with Colin Cowherd.
Weekdays at 1.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Ready to play? Welcome to DuPlay, your premier indoor destination for family fitness and total fun. DuPlay is designed for fun, movement, and skill building for all ages. Kids can explore our active playgrounds, while athletes and teams can utilize our turf fields, indoor soccer, batting cages, full basketball, and volleyball courts. With open play, training space, and structured activities, it's all inclusive at the new DuPlay in Panama City. Take a look now at DuPlayOnline.com. That's DuPlayOnline.com.
You've been low-key thinking about dropping a podcast. Well, now is the time to start, brah. Sports, politics, finance, science, health, real estate, music, interviews, surfing, conspiracy theories, or alien abductions. Ready to main character your own content? We can make it happen with Turnkey Podcast Productions from 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Our local, modern, state-of-the-art multimedia recording studio is now available for booking, starting at just $100 an episode. Take your fandom to the next level. For more information, text the keyword studio to 850-215-6290. Text studio to 850-215-6290. Text studio 215-6290 or jam over to espnpc.com. Bruh.
If your neighbor, employer, or grandmother were traumatized by comments made on the Coach James Hale Show.
One thing people aren't saying a whole lot about, and I'll probably get in trouble,
but just wanted to take this moment to say, get bent. We're live from the J. Michaels Studio, ESPN Northwest Florida.
Florida State, Florida State, Florida State. Woo! FSU Update is brought to you by Newbies. 4 great locations. John and Charlotte, love them to death. Always give back to the community. Let's make sure we got to support them every way we can. Newbies 2 on the curb. Watch all sporting events. Head on down to the mothership. Have a great time. The best entertainment in the Southeast every single night during the summer for your pleasure. Glenn, FSU. Before I do FSU, I want to mention that 1976 state championship Bay High School football team. They want to give back, and we're going to have some special guests in here Thursday. They want to give back. I think they're going to try to raise up $50,000, start a Bay High School scholarship fund, which would be outstanding. So we'll get more information on that as we get it in here to us. Glenn, what do you got for us today on FSU?
We'll start out with a little baseball. We were all hoping that Miles Bailey would come back as first baseman, but he signed with the Cubs $1.9 million.
Can't blame him.
Yep. Yep. And then Landon Tomey, who is actually a freshman coming in as a shortstop, he signed with the White Sox for $2.497 million. He was a freshman coming in. And then all of a sudden got picked up was Trey Beard, who was signed with the Marlins right-handed pitcher for $493,000. So I guess he was wanting to go ahead and go, so we'll see what goes on with that. And then the other thing is there's 3 biggest needs for Link Jarrett and the baseball team at FSU this year is all pitching. They need to make sure they try to seal that up. They lost all 3 starting pitchers in the 26th Major League Draft this year. The other thing is power bats. You know, Miles Bailey only played in 26 games. He still was the home run leader for the team for the whole year. And so we want to see what goes on with that. FSU had the worst offense in the ACC this year. So I don't know how they got as far as they did, but so anyway. They didn't get timely hits, and they also need a hitting coach. The number of uncompetitive at bats this year was unbelievable. They need to get more situational bats with people in scoring position. They're just popping up, or they're striking out, or they're standing there taking strike 3. And also, they weren't able to bunt very well. So, you can't move runners over if you don't bunt. So like I said, there's too many KOs there. Some of them are standing. They're not swinging. So, backwards K, fill the books up. Danny Cannell, who we know played quarterback, set the bar now for Norville's job. Norville still has $50 million buyout, so but he's been 7-17 in the last 2 years. Hopefully, he does a little more than that, but he set the bar, and they hired Tom Herman. We don't know if he's going to be the coach, interim coach, or the coach in waiting. We don't know what that deal is. But anyway, he's there. But Cannell said he could get fired. He thinks the booster club, since they spent a lot more of their money on the field in the new standalone facility, now they'll be pushing money in to get him out if he doesn't do a very good job. He said the clear losses this year would be Alabama, Miami, and Florida. Yeah. Without a doubt. He said those are going to be 3 losses. He said the toss-ups, now he needs to win 5 out of these 6. The toss-ups will be SMU, Virginia, Louisville, Clemson, Pitt, North Carolina State, or if he goes to a bowl game, whoever the bowl team was. And then he thinks the sure win should be North Mexico State, Boston College, and Central Arkansas. So
Say it again.
The ones he should win are the New Mexico State,
Yeah.
and then Boston College, and also Central Arkansas.
So that's
Those
three.
should be sure
That's
wins.
three.
Right.
And how many 5 toss-ups?
5 would be SMU, Virginia, Louisville, Clemson, Pitt, North Carolina State, or Bow win if they go. So now they compared the 5-star people that came from either Fisher and all the way up to him, all the way up to Norville. But they said all 5 stars are not the same. And if you listen to who they got and the year they got them, you'll understand. The number one 5-star would be James Winston. He was a quarterback signed in 2012. He was the number 2 quarterback overall. All these are going to be 5 stars. So he was the number
He
one
was the real
quarterback
deal.
overall.
Yeah.
And then Dalvin Cook, running back, 2014 out of Miami, Florida. He was the number 2 running back overall. And then Jalen Ramsey, 2023 cornerback out of Brentwood Academy, Nashville. He was the number 2 cornerback overall. And then number 4, LaMarcus Joyner, was an athlete, 2010 out of Fort Lauderdale. He was the number 2 athletic pick overall. That's their standing as a 5-star. Number 5, Derwin James, safety, 2015 out of Haines City, Florida. He was the number 1 safety in that class. Nick O'Leary, tight end, 2011, Palm Beach Gardens. He was the number 1 tight end as a 5-star. Cam Akers, running back, 2017, Clinton, Mississippi, the number 2 running back overall. Now, he didn't pan out like we thought he would, But that goes back to when you start getting to 2017 in those days, that was Taggart and them. The offensive line wasn't as good. Now, this one goes back. Now, I didn't really realize this guy, but he really was on the 2013 team, was really a good guy on the defensive line. Timmy Jernigan, defensive tackle, 2011 out of Lake City. He was number 2 defensive tackle that year. And then Josh Sweat, you remember him out of Chesapeake, Virginia. Number 2015, he was an edge runner, but he was the number 1 edge pick for that year for the 5A. And then Mario Edwards out of Denton, Texas, 2012, number 1 edge rusher. So those guys, and you can go and you can read a little bit about those guys, who they were, what their expectations were, and what they actually did. So some of the 5 stars that we got didn't pan out, or they weren't developed like we said. So some of those we're getting now are not as good as we think they are. But sometimes we have to settle for what we can get because of the record. And the other thing is now we hopefully pour more money into it. And we got a deal with the ACC about, I think Miami and Clemson and FSU are the ones who get the king share of most of the money. But we didn't.
Was North Carolina one of them too?
North Carolina, we don't play them this year.
No, but weren't they one of the ones that get a little bit more money?
I think they were getting a little bit more money, but the thing is, FSU.
Well, a little bit, yeah, but that was more basketball related.
Yeah. FSU still draws. They're still a national name no matter. People watch. They turn on the TVs,
To watch them win or watch them lose.
Watch them lose, yeah. It's kind of like the people that watch Alabama.
Yeah. Some people are cheering for them, some people are cheering against them.
Right, so we'll see what goes on. So now with the money coming in, we'll be able to put it more in the NIL deal. So, and then I was looking at Deuce. He has $1 million. He has $1.1 million. Yeah, that's his NIL deal this year. So.
Well, the interesting I thought that I saw this past week after ACC Media Days, and it's related to Florida State, but not to Florida State, if that makes any sense. Jimbo Fisher, they were talking to him, and one of his comments, because they were asking about the changes in recruiting between now and when he was a coach. And he kind of makes a comment. He goes, if I could recruit them then without money, what do you think I can do now with money?
Right.
Yeah. And even last year, he was starting to champion, hey, I want to be a coach again.
Yeah.
And it's not about money to him anymore, as we all know. It's about maybe a little bit of redemption. But, I mean, a couple people I know that know him, they've kind of said he just wants to coach.
Right.
So he's going to throw his hat in the ring, I think, sometime this year. It may not be at a school like Florida State or any of the big-name schools, but I wouldn't be surprised to see him at a lower school, Power 4, or something like that, a Memphis, a Tulane, something where he goes in there and starts building a program.
Yeah.
Or he becomes.
Well, he won a national championship. Well, Bobby's players.
Or he becomes an offensive coordinator somewhere.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I don't know if he'll do an offensive coordinator. Do you?
I don't know. Some people do because you don't have the pressure of all the other stuff around you. Yeah. So, I mean.
Well, that goes to coaching.
Right.
I'm not.
I don't know. I don't know. Hey, go back to the schedule. I want to go, that was interesting to me. Go back to that schedule. Give me again the ones they say there's no shot: Miami, Alabama, and Florida.
Right. They just.
I agree with Alabama and Florida. I think Bama's gonna be a tough win for them. But
Miami's
Florida,
on the road.
What about Florida? That's at home.
No, that's at Miami.
No, I'm talking about Florida.
Florida's at home.
Florida's at home.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a rivalry game.
Anything happen there?
Anything happen in those? And
you know, even Danny is a big ACC guy. He's not an SEC guy, but to say that, you know, Florida and Alabama, I mean, I don't think Alabama's going to let them creep up on them again this year. I don't think that's going to happen.
No. But honestly, I don't think they creeped up on them. They just beat the crap out of them. Alabama wasn't ready to play.
Well,
and
last year
just took it to them.
So last year, Novell said it before the season, which was real concerning to me, and I mentioned it. He said, if we can stay healthy, we can play with anybody.
Yeah.
But they didn't stay healthy.
Well,
and after the Alabama game, even though they literally dominated that game, they got beat up in that game.
Right.
And that's the point of that we talk about with the SEC. When you play that style of game week in, week out to last the whole season, you're not doing it with just your first string.
Yeah.
It's your first and second string, and sometimes your third string guys filling in those role plays. In right now, Florida State's not 2-3 deep.
You look at that schedule.
Yeah.
Seriously, 7-5, not bad.
Right. You know.
I mean, for Florida State's bad, but
here's the thing too. When you say that you got to win 5 out of these 6 people, I mean, you're looking at SMU, Virginia, Louisville.
They're all
Clemson,
good.
Pitt, yeah, and so in North Carolina State, you know,
I think that schedule's
Doring
pretty
is the
hard,
longest. Doring besides Dabo is the longest. Head coach continually in the ACC right now.
All right, let's take a break. We get back, we'll jump into some other thing. I want to hit a little bit more on that when we get back if we can. Okay. Let's talk about some great people, man. Kyle Vandergrift's incredible. Listen to him every Friday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. If you're looking for a new roof, get one of these letters and say we're getting ready to drop you. Your roof's getting up there in age. Don't panic. Give Kyle a call. He'll walk you through everything. TK Vandy Roofing and General Contracting. They design it. They build it. Commercial, residential. They can do it all. They can build a house, a school, whatever you need. Kyle can do it. Again, listen to him every Wednesday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. The legendary J. Michael's Restaurant. I can't wait to Wednesday, that world famous J. Michael's Spaghetti. But they got the best seafood. Today's special, black beans and rice. It's out. No, I take it back. Red beans and rice is today. But you can get those burgers, those steaks, those pork chops, that unbelievable seafood at the legendary J. Michael's Restaurant. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida with a quick programming update.
Hey, it's Coach Hale with 2 quick programming notes. Listen to The Herd with Colin Cowherd at his new time, weekdays 11 to 2. Plus, Paul Feinbaum's working the split shift, Monday through Friday, 2 o'clock to 4. Then we bring him right back on from 6 to 8. Make sure to wake up with the Coach James Hale Show, weekday mornings, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Anna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida. For this afternoon and evening, likely thunderstorms and light showers and a high of 86 with wind 15 to 20 miles per hour out of the east. A chance of thunderstorms and light showers tonight, a moderate breeze and quite warm near 80. Likely thunderstorms and sprinkles and 86 tomorrow. 88 and some clouds in the early morning. And then a chance of thunderstorms Wednesday. This is your Monday's weather brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for tuning in to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Your safety and proper care of your boat in an emergency is crucial. When it comes to on-water assistance, response time is everything. And since 1996, in the Bay or on the Gulf, it's Seato. Seato's Coast Guard licensed captains are on the scene in an average of 1 hour or less. Seato gets members home or back to boating faster. Become a member today at Seato.com or call 850-234-2323.
Warmer weather is finally here, and that means cookouts,
ball games,
and maybe enjoying some time on the water.
But it also means lots of heavy foods, sweets, and maybe an extra adult beverage or two. Thank goodness we both take Active Liver from New Nordic. Did you know your liver works around the clock processing food, sugar, alcohol, and everyday toxins? All the things that can really impact your health.
That's why daily support matters. Active Liver is designed to protect normal liver function and support your body's natural detox process.
With trusted natural ingredients like milk thistle, turmeric, and artichoke extract, it's gentle enough to take all year long.
No harsh cleanses, no extreme detoxes, just simple daily liver support. We really feel the difference.
Active Liver helps us enjoy the good things in life with peace of mind that our liver isn't working overtime. Active Liver is available online at Amazon or NewNordicUSA.com, and you can find it in stores at CVS, Meijer Grocery, Wegmans, and now Active Liver is available at your local GNC.
This is Coach Stephen Pearl. Your home for Auburn basketball on the Panhandle is 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show, live from the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Woo! Welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Last year, I tell you what, the teams did really well with young rosters last year. Actually, these teams made the playoffs with a young roster last year. Georgia is considered young this year, but last year they were really young. Georgia's roster entering 2026, 19.8 years old. Georgia will field underclassmen, 52 freshmen, which is 69.6% of the team. Only 15 seniors out of 125 players on the roster. That's incredible. Ohio State, they're 11th in the country with the youngest roster in the country coming in. They were not. I guess they were not that young last year. Texas A&M, they were young last year. So was Texas A&M. This year, they were 16th in the nation, youngest team. Alabama's 20th. As far as the age of the players, Miami is 25th. You go back to when Michigan won this national championship, it was an older, mature football team. Ohio State, when they won it, a little bit older than the other teams. And then you look at last year's national championship football team, Indiana had 47 players that were 22 years or older, which is outstanding. They had a mature football team, physical football team, and they won it all. Let me go back and say this. I played a game. I know this for a fact. You take a kid, you develop them. The more you do the same system, now that's the key word, the same system, you're getting reps, more work in the weight room, more winter workouts. It's the older you get, the better you usually play. So age does help if you got some good athletes. Now, if you don't have very good players, it doesn't matter how old you are. But if you got some really good players, you develop them, the older the players are, the better performance you're going to get, in my opinion. What is the average, because we don't know much about FSU this year, what's the average age of FSU's roster when Georgia, which I think is going to compete for national championship, is 19.8? Again, last year with the national championship team, they had 47 players that averaged 22 years or older. Where's Florida State as far as age?
Florida's at 20.32 years.
20.32 years.
They have 21 seniors and 19 juniors out of 110.
Say that one more time.
21 seniors, 19 juniors out of 110 players. So they are predominantly freshmen and sophomore, predominantly freshmen with 52 freshmen on the roster.
Wow. And
to me, that's a lot. I
think 20.3 is not that bad. I remember in the old days, hell, you'd be 22 years old.
I know it.
You know, but now they're leaving after 3 years.
Right.
And they transfer out. But again, it's kind of misleading. If you got a 19-year-old that's a freaking stud, you're in good shape. You got a 19-year-old that plays like I do, you're in trouble.
Yeah. Well, you remember when the freshmen couldn't play? The freshmen.
Yeah, they used to be a thing. And now I guess the way we feed them, the way they develop quicker, and the weight programs we have at the high school levels now is get these kids prepared to play at that level.
So
at
offensively,
that young age.
Offensively, the starters at Florida State are 21.3 years of age.
See, that ain't bad.
Averaged, and the defense is 20.6 years of age.
Not bad.
It's not bad.
Depending if they can play.
You got a senior quarterback, redshirt senior quarterback in Ashton Daniels. Senior running backs, a couple of them. Then they have the phenom Cromar, who's a sophomore. Deuce Robinson, who's a senior. Kai Danzy is a sophomore. He was a bright spot. Javon Boggs, which is an unbelievable talent. He's a sophomore. Landon Thomas, who wasn't used effectively, he's a junior. He's a fast tight end. They have another redshirt. Their offensive line is where they have a redshirt senior at left tackle, sophomore at left guard, junior redshirt at center, right guard is a junior, and then right tackle is a senior. So they've got experience. They haven't played a ton together. And in defense, I'm looking here trying to find your linebackers. So you got a junior, a senior at linebacker, which that helps.
Yeah, they played some. Glenn, you remember back in the day, and this is another reason they were so dominant. Of course, they weren't in the Big Ten, which helped also, but Nebraska, they used to always, back in the 70s and the early 80s, they redshirted every freshman.
They did.
You knew going in, no matter how good you are, you're going to be redshirted. Right. So you got 5 years out of those kids.
You did, and the thing too was that, they put them on that. They put them on that strict diet or whatever they wanted to have, gain weight or lose weight, and then in the weight room, you're talking about being in there big time. So,
I wish I could read this word for word. Their mayor goes, with all those junior seniors, they got their tails whipped, so it doesn't matter how old you are. They ain't worth a dang. So we need to get some better. We get some new meat in there. Anyway, that's not exactly what it said, but that's about the issue. Mayor, I disagree. The longer you work, the more reps, you should get better. But you're right. You got to have talent. If you're not talented, it doesn't matter how many reps you get. But you got, if you're a pretty good player, you evaluate the talent coming in. If you do a pretty good job recruiting them, you get them in there, get them in the weight room, develop them, play them. But now the way it's changed, hell, they leave after you get them ready. They go play for somebody else for more money.
With more money, yeah. So.
Yeah, I ain't believe it. I want to go back to FSU's roster. Let's look into this. I had them going 7-5, maybe 8-4, because I don't know much about. Now I do like they're a little bit older, but Alabama, I think will be a tough game. Okay,
right.
Miami, a tough game, but it's a rival game. You just don't know what's going to happen in these rival games. But Miami's better roster. Florida, is Florida all of a sudden that much better than Florida State? It's a rival game.
Roster,
the game's played in Tallahassee.
But if you look at roster, that's.
You think Florida's roster is so much better than FSU's? Not even funny.
Well, Florida State's roster is not.
Does Florida State
they're not
overwhelming
when you look at them.
Does Florida State have a shot?
Yeah, they have a
Florida
shot
at home.
The Oilers got a shot till they turn the clock on, but then
you have a. It's the other thing. You have a shot till you get punched in the mouth.
Yeah.
Or hit in the mouth.
Or you got to hit back.
Okay, so y'all think for sure that's 3 losses. Let's go to the next list. I want to really look at this. Go slow. So I can understand it. Go ahead.
Well,
thank you.
They have no.
Go.
Right,
go.
They're supposed to. Now, according to Danny Cannell, now they should win 5 of these, and there's 6 teams. All right, so we start out with SMU.
That's tough. That game's played where?
That's at Florida State. It is a 6:30 kick.
That's one of the first games of the year.
You're going to have and it's an odd game because they have about a 12-day off between the first game and that game, and then they have 12 days off, and it's not a. Let me look right quick because it's like a Friday game.
Which I hate that because
it's a Monday game.
Wow.
Okay. SMU's late.
That's right. That's right. That's going to be a good game. I'm looking forward to that.
You got to. I think Jennings is a senior this year, the quarterback at SMU.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be tough, a senior quarterback.
Right. Then you go.
Who they got?
Then they got to win. They're looking at the Virginia game.
See, Virginia, love the coach.
Right.
But I think they could beat Virginia. That game's in Tallahassee, right?
Correct.
I
think they can get that one.
Then Louisville.
Which is on the
Louisville. I don't know about that one.
At Louisville.
I'm going to say no to that one.
And Clemson at home.
No.
And then I think Pitt is at home.
Pitt is at Pitt.
What about
Oh,
Pitt?
is it Pitt?
At Pitt?
Okay, that's tough. And then North Carolina State.
Which is at home.
They can beat NC State.
Okay, so
I'm going to give them that. I'm going to give them those two.
If I remember correctly, NC State is a Friday night game.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then who are the ones they're supposed to beat?
Here's the worst part about that. No, it is a Saturday game, and 6 days later you play Florida.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Then the ones they should win or supposed to win, they say sure wins, which is never a sure win, is New Mexico State.
Yeah.
Boston College.
Yep.
Central Arkansas.
And then Central Arkansas, yeah.
Yeah, that's 5 for sure, I think.
But if you play Boston College, is it I think we are
That's at
home.
Boston College.
Yeah, and that's the red handkerchief game probably again.
Very possibly.
Yeah.
FSU was favored in their last 5 games last year and lost all of them. Wow. All right, let's take a break and talk about some of our great people. Patrick, what's the best way to get at you? Turf Pro Pest Control.
Our local number is 850-890-5820. We're also on Facebook at Turf Pro PC. We can get out there, get the bugs out of your house, keep them out of your house. We can do fire ant control. We have a 1-year guarantee on that. We can do mosquito control, rodent control, and we can always treat the turf to make it green and beautiful.
They do an incredible job, just like Stevenson Air Condition. I'll tell you what, I'll talk more about Jason in just a second. Get out to Newbies, have a great time. I want to thank them for the FSU update, for a great location. J. Michael's Restaurant, Mexican food, we love it, baby. Pepper's Mexican Grill in Panama City and Panama City Beach Parkway. And beautiful Panama City Beach. Go check it out. You'll be glad you did. Tell them Coach sent you. We're right back. Alabama. What's going on with the Tide? I don't know. We'll be right back.
ESPN, Northwest Florida.
The Sports Blitz.
If you were so good at it, Stephen A. Smith, then why hasn't anybody ever asked you to be the general manager of a team and go build a team and win a championship? Yeah. You were wrong about the Knicks, and I think you're wrong about this. It has no effect on what color a person is based off of whether or not they're going to win a basketball game or not.
The Sports Blitz.
Live and local, weekdays, 4 to 6.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Anna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida. For this afternoon and evening, likely thunderstorms and light showers and a high of 86 with wind 15 to 20 miles per hour out of the east. A chance of thunderstorms and light showers tonight, a moderate breeze and quite warm near 80. Likely thunderstorms and sprinkles and 86 tomorrow. 88 and some clouds in the early morning. And then a chance of thunderstorms Wednesday. This is your Monday's weather brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for tuning in to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Are you thinking of doing a fundraiser? Well, Krispy Kreme Donuts next to HCA Hospital, 23rd Street, Panama City, and on the Ross Clark Circle in Dothan says, let's raise some dough. Earn up to 50% profit with a Krispy Kreme fundraiser in-shop or online. So let's raise some dough. At Krispy Kreme Donuts next to HCA Hospital, 23rd Street, Panama City, and on the Ross Clark Circle in Dothan.
WGSX Lynn Haven, WVLQ Port St. Joe, ESPN Northwest Florida.
Back to the gap at the wall, out of here!
When it comes to building smart and roofing right, TK Vandy's is the name you can trust. They're your go-to for general contracting, design build solutions, and top quality roofing. From concept to completion, they deliver excellence on time and on budget. Whether it's a custom build or a complex renovation, they've got you covered, literally. Call TK Vandy today and build something better together. TK Vandy, built with purpose, roofed with pride.
He's a 10-foot-tall, barrel-chested beast man who showers in vodka and feeds his baby shrimp scampi.
I'm kind of a big deal.
Please welcome.
Pain don't hurt.
Live and local from the J. Michaels studio, the Coach James Hale Show, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Here we go, baby. Roll Tide, roll. Come on, Mayor, put your hand over that heart. You love it. You know it. Yeah, Alabama, Crimson Tide. Rapper Nicky deep down loves the Alabama Crimson Tide. I think Bill Allen does too. I know Austin does. Anyway, Alabama Updates brought to you by Stevenson Air Conditioning. Get out to Stevenson Air Conditioning. Give them a call anytime, day or night. I don't care what time. It breaks down. Call them. They'll get there as soon as they can. They'll do a great job. You'll be glad you went with Stevenson Air Conditioning. That's locals taking care of locals throughout the Panhandle, Florida. Stevenson Air Conditioning, number one. More I look at FSU's schedule, man, 6-6, 7-5. I just everything we know now, which we don't know a lot now. The way things have changed, you just don't know what's going to happen from day to day in college athletics. But I don't feel good about FSU right now.
Nope. It's a tough schedule.
It is.
It is.
Tennessee, don't know much about them. But we're going to find out. Week 1, that SMU game on a Monday night, that's huge.
On national television,
yeah,
they better play close.
They show up and play like they get Bama the week 1 and win that, then I feel better. But if they get stomped there, watch out. Just like you said, when you say it gets fired, what game?
I think possibly after the Miami game, if they're not competitive, Virginia, Louisville, Miami, after playing SMU and Alabama at the start, that'd be 5 teams right off the bat. You're coming into Clemson on Halloween. I just don't know. If you lose by double digits in those games, I don't think he's the coach.
And I will talk about the FSU-Alabama game. In the old days, if you beat Alabama, when Stalling was there, Saban and Bryant, and that's a lot of years. You add them 3 up right there. You beat Alabama, the next year, it never almost ever happened where somebody beat Alabama 2 years in a row.
Well, here's the worst thing for Florida State and the best thing for Alabama. DeBoer is undefeated in Tuscaloosa.
No, he lost to
Georgia.
Oklahoma. Yeah.
But you look at that.
He got a good record home.
Norvell's record on the road is not good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right now, it's not good at home.
It's not good at home either.
But if I'm FSU, I'm coaching over there. I said, look, man, these people aren't Superman. Look what they've done. Look what they've done the last 2 games. They got killed by Indiana in the national championship game. They got killed by Georgia in the SEC championship, and we kicked their butt up and down the field here last year. So we can do it again. We just got to get there and get ready and do it, man. We can do it. So I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, that's game 3, right? Isn't that game 3? Games in Tuscaloosa.
And this year there's no surprises.
Yeah.
Last year you had Gus Malzahn come in. You kind of knew what the offense was. They hadn't played anybody. It's first game of the year. Everything's on the table. Now you're going to have a big game in Southern Miss.
I'm just saying, last year they were out-coached. They were outplayed. One coach had his team ready to play, and the other one didn't. FSU, we got to give them credit for what they did. We keep saying Bama wasn't ready. They knew they were playing FSU. It was their job to be ready. Florida State just kicked their butt. I'm going to give Florida State credit for what they did to Alabama last year. All right, Alabama, this is unbelievable. They came up with the greatest player in the history of Alabama football. Outside linebacker Derek Thomas. He holds the record for sacks, college football record for sacks. But I think it's almost impossible to pick one player as the greatest football player at Alabama. And it can be a skill player. If you look at offensive lineman, John Hanna, when I saw him play in college and then all those years in the NFL, he was the best I've ever seen. Don Hudson, people don't know who he is. He was an unbelievable wide receiver. Played when Bear Bryant was there. He broke all kind of records in the NFL. I think some of them still there. And he was an unbelievable player in college, like a man playing with boys. And people don't even know about him. He was like, he could play in today's world. Then you look at Julio Jones, Ozzie Newsome. Give me some other names. Who do y'all think? Bama.
Henry.
Derrick Henry, one of the biggest, best running backs ever.
Well, Kenny Stabler.
Joe Namath. Kenny Stabler.
Yeah.
Bart Starr wasn't very good at Alabama.
Well,
he played for Windsworth, and they didn't hardly play much. I will say he's not. I love him. He was my hero.
Who was the punt returner back in the day?
Deuce. The Deuce. Yeah, David Palmer. Yeah. But you Auburn guy, you both Auburn for FSU people. If you just over the year, Glenn, you're older. Of all the years watching all those different games, who stood out to you the most at Alabama?
Gosh, there's so many of them, but I really, to me, when you start looking like a defense, Leroy Jordan and some of those guys.
Great
and
name.
So
Yes.
some of those guys, and then Johnny Musso was a really tough runner.
Good pick, yeah.
Yeah, so some of those guys.
Leroy Jordan, what you just said, 31 tackles against Oklahoma with the President of the United States. Kennedy was there, and they win the national champ, beat Oklahoma.
Right.
You're right. I mean, he already did in the NFL.
Yeah,
and people forget about him.
Some of those guys, but there's just so many. If you know that. It's hard just to name one particular person or one that really stands out. There's just all kinds of things, and then you got to get Van Kiffen,
the kicker.
Yeah. I mean, but he had that one moment in time. But you got to say, hey, how good was that?
He won a bunch of other games.
Yeah,
too.
Yeah, I understand that, but that's just the one that sticks out when you.
I just think it's hard. Look at Florida State when Bobby Bowden was there. Who would you say was the greatest player at FSU when he was there? Because he had the best teams they ever had.
Peter Ward.
He's pretty good.
Yeah. Warwick
but there were so many of them.
Yeah, Warwick
him and Deion Sanders, probably the two best under Bobby Bowden.
Yeah, Deion,
could do anything.
What about that linebacker?
Brooks.
Ron Simmons. You see, I don't even think
there were
about
so many
Ron
great
Simmons.
players.
Ron's. I played against Ron. I watched him destroy us. Nobody could block. We couldn't double team him. That was a grown man playing with kids. And he would. You remember him?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He was something else, man. But how would you pick the best player at FSU?
Right.
I mean, one of the funniest things I remember
he's like Alabama
was Peter Warwick, and Bobby's like, we're not going to play a freshman, and they put him in, and he returns a punt for a touchdown.
Right.
On his first time, and it's like, okay, now he's playing.
I saw him play firsthand in high school.
They had Florida's greatest player.
We didn't throw in Jared Moon.
Jared Moon, there you go. At Georgia, Conrad Moon. I mean, God.
Yeah,
Florida,
Reed,
they said, hands down, Tim Tebow, greatest player at Florida, greatest leader at Florida. But I tell you what, they had some great players at Florida, too.
Well,
Jack Youngblood.
You have to go back to Spurrier, too.
Yeah, they had some great. Emmett Smith, they've had some great ones there, too. But I do love Tebow. I wouldn't argue against that one. But Alabama greatest player all time, I don't know. I don't know who I would pick.
I don't know how you put.
I could agree with Derek Thomas because
what he did.
He wasn't. Yes, he was a freak in nature, but he wasn't a complete oddity in size and everything else. He was just that good, and he transformed the way everybody else from then on played that position.
Yeah. So you're young. James, who would you have? You're a young guy. Glenn came up with some great names.
I mean, for me, it's a lot of recency bias with Derrick Henry and also being a Titans fan for so long and just watching him just run everybody over.
He's still doing it.
And he's still doing it. He's like 32, 33. That's the crazy part.
He almost transferred out his freshman year, and they finally played. We were at the game, the Oklahoma-Alabama Sugar Bowl. We were at the game, and they finally let him run the ball. He had some huge long run touchdowns, and then he stayed. And he finally got to run the ball a lot his senior year, and you saw what he did. But they had so many great running backs, they just rotated people in.
Another name for me that I don't hear a lot, probably because his career got cut very short, Tyrone Prothro.
Yeah, I was about to say, if he doesn't get injured, he
was good.
One of their best receivers.
But go back and look at tape. You go back if you can find it of John Hanna, guys. I'm gonna tell you what. He is one of the greatest offensive linemen ever. He's on the greatest NFL team, top players, first team, greatest player, offensive guard, or whatever he played. You have to have him up there also.
But we don't ever glorify the offensive line till they're bad.
Right.
And can't block, and the quarterback's getting crushed.
All right. You got 5 options. And this is the Alabama update, brought to you by Stevenson Air Conditioning. Listen to the wording, not regular season, seasons. The key word here is seasons. This changes everything. Top 5 schools with the most undefeated seasons, not regular. If you go regular season, it's one school. If you go, if you go regular season, it's one school. If you go season, who is it?
In what time period?
In the history of football.
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma's at number 5.
Well, Alabama's going to be number 1.
Alabama, if you go regular season, but we're talking season, bowl games, playoff games, jump Bama down to number 5, tied with Oklahoma with 13.
Then I would say Notre Dame.
Notre Dame is at number 2 with 22 undefeated seasons. They're used to playing the Air Force academies and weaker schedules like they're doing this year. No, so you got number 2. You've got number 5. Who's number 1, 3, and 4?
Princeton.
No.
Michigan.
Michigan is number 1. They played a lot of games. They're the winningest team in college football. They had 23 undefeated seasons. 23. You got number 1, number 2, and number 5. You're down to 3 and 4. Who am I?
Oklahoma. Excuse me.
Nebraska.
No.
Ohio State.
No. Not
USC.
even close.
Who?
USC.
USC is at number 3. 16 undefeated seasons. Who's number 4?
Texas.
No.
Penn State.
You are correct. Penn State with 14.
They were independent.
Michigan,
Yeah, they were independent forever.
Yeah. Michigan had 23 with number 1. Number 2 was Notre Dame with 22. Number 3 was USC with 16. Number 4 was Penn State with 14. And Alabama and Oklahoma were tied with 13. Not regular season, but seasons, counting the playoffs, counting bowl games. Top 20 teams with the most national championships. I didn't know some of these. You well know who the ones are. I'm going to go from 10 to 20. Number 10 is Michigan State with 6. I forgot about that. 6 of them. They were really good in the 60s. Who's number 11? Big name. They got 5 national championships. They're tied with Miami. Who is it?
Clemson.
They changed conference. They were an easy one down there.
Oh, Nebraska.
Nebraska. Good job, Glenn. Now you go to the next one. You have 4 schools tied with 4 national championships. Who are they?
Georgia.
3 of them from the SEC. Georgia, you are correct.
Texas.
You are correct.
Oklahoma.
You are not correct.
Okay.
Arkansas.
You are not correct.
Tennessee.
You are not correct. They got a coach people hate right now.
LSU.
Hey, you knew that. Number 15, the last school tied with 4 national championships from the ACC. Richard Sanders loves them.
Georgia Tech.
Good job, Glenn Manley. Georgia Tech with 4. We have 4 teams with 3 national championships. They're all from the SEC except for 1.
FSU.
Except for 2. FSU's got. You're right. FSU with 3.
It's Clemson with
3. You're correct. Great job, Glenn. You got 2 from the SEC.
3.
Florida.
You're correct.
And 2.
3.
3.
Tennessee.
And it's official. I don't see how it is, but they say it's official. Bear Bryant coached there.
Kentucky.
No.
Texas A&M.
Texas A&M with 3. Yeah. Number 1, of course, is the Alabama Crimson Tide with 18. Michigan is number 2, official, recognized by the NCAA, 12. Notre Dame is 3 with 11, tied with USC with 11. Pitt, I didn't realize Pitt had 9 recognized by NCAA. Ohio State has 9 recognized by NCAA. Oklahoma has 7. Minnesota, I do remember Minnesota being pretty good, has 7. Tennessee was 6. And Michigan State also was 6. That's recognized NCAA national championships.
Wow.
Of course, it might have been the J.C. Penney's recognized by this. I don't know. I have no idea. Alabama Updates brought to you by Stevenson Air Conditioning. Number 1 at what they do, they are incredible. They don't try to take every penny out of your pocket. The most honest, hardworking people out there. Do not go national. Go local. Go Stevenson Air Conditioning. Jason graduated from Mosley High School. He starts the company, and they just knock a home run. They are absolutely incredible. Now, you want jewelry, there's only one place to go. David Adams Designer Jewelry. Russ, Amber, and Patrick will take care of you. They even got a wish list up there. You go up there, write your name on the board, put 2 or 3 things you like to have. Send your friends down there, girlfriends or Glenn down there to get it for you, and they'll do it. Russ, Amber, and Patrick, they will help you. You got gold or silver you want to sell, they'll buy it. They'll give you top dollar. They're number 1. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Set your alarm clock to wake up with the Coach Hale Show on ESPN Northwest Florida.
We can go to a youth sporting event, drink, and you know how they can get when they don't get their way? Man, that can create a problem.
In-depth local and college sports from expert insiders and a dash of controversy.
The day and age we live in with parents going crazy, getting in fights. I don't see alcohol making that any better.
Weekday mornings 7 to 9.
5 minutes can save your life.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Anna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida. For this afternoon and evening, likely thunderstorms and light showers and a high of 86 with wind 15 to 20 miles per hour out of the east. A chance of thunderstorms and light showers tonight, a moderate breeze, and quite warm near 80. Likely thunderstorms and sprinkles and 86 tomorrow. 88 and some clouds in the early morning. And then a chance of thunderstorms Wednesday. This is your Monday's weather brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for tuning in to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
There's only one sport with games to bet every day the rest of the summer, and there's only one legal app to bet it. Bet baseball on Hard Rock Bet, your home to bet home runs, strikeouts, even the next at-bat. It's secure and regulated, so your money is safe. Step up to the plate with towering parlays that can turn a dollar bet into a max payout up to $2 million.
It's out of here!
Hard Rock Bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
With over 4 decades in business, Instant Replay Sports Cards is happy to take your collection to the next level. All new hobby boxes, signed memorabilia and supplies, new and vintage cards and Pokemon. Buy, sell, and trade. They're an authorized source for Topps, Panini, Upper Deck, and Leaf cards. Instant Replay Sports Cards inside the Stanford Station on 23rd Street next to Academy Sports. Come see the bigger store and the larger inventory, or visit online, instantReplaySportsCards.com.
ESPN Northwest Florida. The tradition continues.
Lots of force on this one. Hello, Chop House. A 2-run homer.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michaels studio.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Oh, Eagle! Hey, Martha, Kenny, Jenna. Bum, 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 bum. Elizabeth, Craig, Stephen. They're all down there with Jeremy preaching every Sunday. Hey. Or Eagle. Great fight song. Auburn Tigers. Get out to B4 Braves, Lynn Haven, have a great meal today. Pat Perone, City Commissioner over there, does a great job in the great city of Lynn Haven. But his restaurant is the best. There's no doubt about that. They treat you like family. Always got a smile on their face. The food's incredible. TV's everywhere. And if you have a party, you want to bring some wings home, call Patrick, give them how many you want, and they'll get them there to you. All right, let's bring him on right now on this phone call. Good morning, sir. How you doing?
Good morning. How are y'all this morning?
I love that voice. I love that voice.
Morning.
Doing good.
So, y'all were talking about the greatest players that ever played at Alabama and all the different schools and stuff. And I have been thinking a while back, who are the greatest players to play at Tommy Oliver Stadium?
Glenn Manley.
No. And, what we need to do is take, maybe a month. Give us everybody, all the listeners and all your guests and everybody. You can ask Mark McLeod who can come up with. But you had like Danny Warfel that played there.
You're talking about anybody. Okay.
I'm talking about anybody. Derek Brooks, wow. John Little from Mosley, which he played at Georgia. You had Patrick Miller.
Emmett Smith.
Mike Rodriguez that played at Choctaw, went to Miami as a quarterback. And Mark Ricks talks about him and his story. But it just would be, because the thing is that we're going to lose that. You're going to have guests in there on Thursday that probably could come up with, a bunch of players and stuff. Somebody needs to just keep up with
That's
them.
A good idea. That's a good idea.
Just to figure out, who all we can come up with. Emmett Smith, there's a lot of great players.
Glenn, who was the running back at
Coach Nettles?
Who was the running back at Rutherford? It was Pittman.
No, Pittman was at Bay.
Who was the one at Rutherford? Was it? Oh, well, maybe it was Pittman. I'm thinking about then.
Pittman was at Bay. Then you got Jared Moon and you got Burt Reed.
Pittman was unreal.
And you got Janarvis Robinson. You got a couple of those guys. But then you can go back to James Bigby, who was on the 76 team that went to Miami. I mean, those guys can bring up some people that
right.
Although that's what you're talking about. Yeah, it was great. We had Coach.
What about Barr?
Yeah, Jimmy Barr. So we went back to the celebration of life of Coach Deaton. There were a lot of those former players there that had some really good stories about him and everything. And so those guys are there. It's going to be 50 years this year that they won.
Who's the guy at Mosley that played at Notre Dame?
Gosh.
Gene McGuire.
McGuire, yeah,
So-
he'd have to be up there.
He lives across the street from me.
Yeah, he'd have to be on that list.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. We could make two lists. Do one that was, that's just Bay High, and then do one that's, all the great players that from just, Northwest Florida that played there against all those guys.
Yeah.
And,
Let's come up the 11th. Let's come up the 11th grade best from each school.
You can go. You can go all the way back to. You can go to. I think it's not Steve Brooks, but it's Corey Brooks, and then you can go also to Shrinker. Both of those played linemen at Mosley. There's another guy that played at Mosley, and I can't remember, but he played right beside Jared on the 2000 national championship team. He was from Mosley, offensive lineman. So
yeah, what was his name?
So yeah,
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, so I can't remember his name. If I see him standing there, I could tell you, but otherwise. But there's been a lot of great players. You go through Rutherford, you go Battles, who played at Vanderbilt and went on to play in the pros, and there's all kinds of people. And then Lorenzo.
Because we had at Godby, which was he graduated in '76. He went to Vanderbilt and was a running back, and he still holds the total yards rushing at Vanderbilt. Frank Martico.
Yeah, and
was there, and then, but I mean, Tommy Oliver has had a lot of great players come through there.
Did Emmett play there? Emmett Smith play at Tommy Oliver?
Yeah, he played. Yeah, he played for Scambit. Yeah, I'm sure he did.
Yeah.
And then Richardson played it when he played.
That's right. Yeah.
Also, you go the defensive backs like Eddie Moore, who went to Memphis and everything, and then you got Josh Henderson, went to Alabama. You can go back, and we even, we had a guy named P.J. Fletcher who was the kicker, who actually ended up going to Alabama. Now as a kicker, he was on all the special teams and everything. He was the backup kicker.
What years was that?
Gosh, it's in the early '80s.
Oh, okay.
85, 86, somewhere in there. So, but yeah, you can go back.
Why don't you come up? Can you and Conrad come up with the top 11 from Bay?
I want to get with Lawson and some of those guys that coach those guys, and get with Holson
y'all
back.
Get Bay. I'll see Doug Lee get us up from Mosley.
Get Holson back in that bunch, and
well, you could probably ask Mark
McLeod.
Yeah, Mark McLeod. Yeah, Mark with John Little
to come up with the list that he can come up with, and then who's the guy that's out now? Y'all talked about him the other day. That's at Arkansas.
Basil.
Yeah,
but you can go to Robert Fleming and his two brothers, and all. You can go.
Robert, when you ask Robert about
and
that,
then Eric Kelly, Kenny Kelly. So. You can,
I'll do Arnold.
Anwar Stewart, who's now the defensive line coach.
Y'all keep talking about everybody but Arnold. The greatest players ever from the Bay came from Arnold.
It's only been a school 25 years. You got to be at least past 50 or 100.
Yeah, we got all of them.
I mean, when I saw the poll in here, it said the greatest coach came from Arnold.
Well, that's
and
true.
I think it was a little biased. It was only one vote.
Yeah, one vote. That was mine. Yeah. Oh my God.
Well, y'all know that the only school that beat Bay High the year that they won the state championship.
Mosley. I thought it was Mosley.
No.
Mosley wasn't even.
It was Leon, wasn't it?
No, it was Godby.
Oh, that was
Godby, that's right.
What year did Mosley beat y'all? Y'all almost won the state championship.
Oh, 93.
Yeah, that's right.
We lost 12 to 10.
And did they make the playoffs, Mosley?
Yeah, it was both. All of us were in the playoffs.
Wow.
Mosley, Rutherford, and Bay were in the playoffs that year.
Yeah.
So when those games happened, that place was packed. So.
Oh yeah.
Glenn, see if you can just get the 11 best from Bay. 11 best from Bay. Just get some opinions.
I can't. I'll give you a list, but you cannot say those are 11 best. You can put them all up there. Any of those schools, when those guys played, back in the day when they played and all that,
And Bay is the oldest school one of the oldest in the state. Right?
Yeah, over 100 years in graduation. Yeah, but those
you
guys.
Remember, Rutherford's only been there since '63.
Right.
So you got some 50s. You got some guys from the 50s that went to Florida.
Well, Robert Fleming's the best player ever over there. Everybody knows that.
So you can go all the way back to when the Tommy Oliver Stadium was across the street from Bay with the parking lot. That's where it was if you go to Bay High School, when on the alma mater says on our city's northern border, it was a dirt road going to Bay High School right there, going where it's called now 11th Street.
Rob, I got to ask you. I got to ask you in front of Glenn. I'm disappointed. They should have never spent all that money on Tommy Oliver. They should have built Mosley a football stadium. Back when I interviewed way back in the day, they promised we're going to have a new stadium right here on campus. That's been promised forever, and it still hasn't happened.
Well, one of the things is they need a. I guarantee you they need a field house.
Yeah.
Because you're one of the oldest.
Well, I was going to call y'all this morning and talk about the Lynn Haven fiasco with the Lynn Haven Raiders, but I thought better of it because I kind of missed out on the political time from 7 to 7:05. But the problem is that the news people came out and said that Lynn Haven was going to charge them that $11,000 for the year. That is not what happened. If you read the memo, it was a memo that the staff put out and said, what do we want to do? We're looking for guidance. Do we want to keep Lynn Haven Raiders at their normal rates, or do we need to raise their rate to what we're charging everybody else?
Wow.
And it got blown out. It hit the news. It hit, social media, and everybody went crazy over that. That is not what happened. They wanted to get the board to determine and the board to say we're going to let Lynn Haven Raiders have this rate. So if somebody else wanted to come and rent the field, and they said, no, well, they got a rate. Well, you need to go to the board and see if they will change and give you the special rate.
Yeah, well, we had a businessman who does all this math stuff and doing construction. It said that if you do how many times they practice, how many times they do this and that, it does come out to that amount when you charge them what you charge everybody else. So, that's like why people want to know why they built the first, real football field on turf at Bozeman. Well, no matter what happens at Bozeman, what season it is, if you're not playing at Tommy Oliver or you're not playing at Gavlac, everything goes on at Bozeman. And so Bozeman got used 184 times, and Tommy Oliver only got used 80 times. So that's where you have to naturally start. So anyway.
Well, and I got that, and that is part of the half-cent sales tax that paid for all that. Correct?
Right.
So they have a pot full of money that's coming off of that half-cent sales tax that has to be spent a certain way.
Correct? That's correct.
Right. So here's my thing, and what my big emphasis was. All these municipalities are just about to go belly up. If you don't believe it, call Panama City and see. And if they're scrambling. They're scared to death that the state's going to eliminate their property tax. And they don't know what to do. And so money is going to be a problem for all the schools and all the municipalities when they have those special things.
We're going to get all the fraud money. We're going to get all the money back from all the fraud cases throughout the country, and we'll be okay. Hey, listen, Rob, we got to take a break, brother. Thank you so much for calling. Miss that beautiful voice.
But ask all your people that are coming in and all your guests and all that sort of stuff. And let's get up a list and let's see.
All right. Put you in charge of that, Rob.
Well, Julie's your secretary, so she can help.
All right. Before Brady's Lynn Haven. Get out to have a great meal today. Love Pat Prentice, City Commissioner over there. Pat would have to be an honorary on list somewhere because he's done so much for all these different schools. The guy's incredible. City Commissioner Lynn Haven. Before Brady's Lynn Haven. Go have a great meal over there. Hey, we talked about him all the time. We talked about him a minute ago during the break. Dr. Ward's incredible. Yep. 1 in 5 develop skin cancer. It can be deadly. All it takes is 5 minutes. If you doesn't look right, doesn't feel right, don't put it off. Go see Dr. Ward. He's got offices throughout the Panhandle of Florida. All you females, breast cancer and skin cancer are 2 things you really got to worry about. Dr. Ward can definitely take care of the skin cancer. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
The Sports Blitz.
We got on the phone line Jeffrey Fry, former Major League player. Has baseball really changed so much from when you played?
I think it's changed drastically. And after you get that long home run, you got to stand and admire it and throw your bat and dance around the bases and shoot a 3-pointer before you get to third and then pound your chest a few times.
The Sports Blitz.
Live and local, weekdays 4 to 6.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Patrick with Turf Pro Pest Control. Do you want a great-looking lawn? Call Turf Pro. We will come out to your property and make a customized plan for your lawn. Then we will do the most important part, execute that plan. Turf Pro is a locally owned and operated company. We take pride in making your lawn beautiful. Call Turf Pro. You will love your lawn. The blue and yellow trucks make your lawn green. Find us on Facebook at Turf Pro PC.
Los Rancheros has been doing it right for 20 years. Los Rancheros brings a top-shelf dining experience to you with the opening of their beautiful new building. Watch all college and pro games on Los Rancheros' 14 large-screen TVs with great drink specials daily from 2 to 5 and during all the games. Los Rancheros, the place for live sports and great food on 23rd Street between Jenks and Harrison.
Full residential and commercial projects from start to finish. Wheelhouse is ready to help. From the moment you have the thought to build to the moment you step through the front door of your finished project, Wheelhouse Consulting and Engineering will walk you through all of your aspirations. Engineering, site plans, live architectural design, construction, 3D rendering, permits, and more. Wheelhouse Consulting and Engineering, 850-896-6597, 850-896-6597, and online at wheelhousedba.com.
With over 4 decades in business, Instant Replay Sports Cards is happy to take your collection to the next level. All new hobby boxes, signed memorabilia and supplies, new and vintage cards, and Pokemon. Buy, sell, and trade. They're an authorized source for Topps, Panini, Upper Deck, and Leaf cards. Instant Replay Sports Cards inside the Stanford Station on 23rd Street next to Academy Sports. Come see the bigger store and the larger inventory, or visit online, instantReplaySportsCards.com.
For the A.
Here comes the throw. It's late. Braves win.
Your spot for the Atlanta Braves on the Gulf Coast. Listen live nights and weekends. This is Braves Country. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michaels Studio. ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. All right, let's talk. I'm going to go to Auburn. Greatest player Auburn history. To me, it's not even, well, I say that. But they've had so many great players, defensive players, and they always get overlooked. Offensive linemen get overlooked. But the name, of course, the name we all know who they picked was Bo Jackson. But I'll be honest with you, Cam Newton, what he did in 1 year, now I get it, that was just 1 year. But that 1 year is almost incredible what he did. He won games by himself. That was unbelievable what he did. I'll never forget the LSU game at Auburn, the Cam back in Tuscaloosa. The guy was like Superman. But Bo Jackson, you're an Auburn guy. Who would you pick?
I would go with Bo over longevity. I think Cam Newton probably should be second.
Who was the big defensive lineman?
Farley.
Yeah, Nick Farley. Didn't he knock out Greg in that game?
He made, was it McElroy or?
Yeah, he knocked him out of the game.
Well, he made him fumble, and that saved the game in the comeback.
He was unbelievable. Auburn had the two best players in the country. They had the best defensive player in the country, in my opinion, that year, and the best offense in Cam Newton.
They've had some pretty good defensive players.
But give us some other names of Auburn that Pat Sullivan, Terry Beasley.
Yeah. You had to go back when they played FSU. You got to go to Marshall. The quarterback was really good.
Bastard.
Who?
Nick Marshall was fast.
Nick Marshall was good.
Yeah.
Who can you think of? Some other Auburn players?
Golly, I'd have to go
Charles
back.
Barkley.
Great athlete. No, I'm talking about football.
Okay,
I'm going to throw one out.
It's
probably not going to be the most popular. Stan White.
Yeah,
Stan White was good. Yeah.
He threw for a ton of yards at Auburn.
Auburn's always had great defensive players. I mean, that'd be hard to pick. But to me, the top two, if you're being realistically.
Well, those are the modern era players. You got to go back to, Tucker Frederickson, some of those people.
You remember him?
Yeah, Jimmy Seidel played.
Wasn't he from Montgomery?
Yeah, I think so. But you go back to some of those guys that played, and then, gosh, I don't know. My parents could could tell you, but yeah, golly,
I don't know if y'all get this right, but I'm gonna ask this question.
Frank Thomas was one.
Yeah, he played tight end, and then he said Pat Dye did
Pat Dye told him, "Don't come back to football.
Yeah, so
your
stay
future's there.
Stick with baseball."
That was one of the funniest stories because he was almost going to make Frank Thomas play only football, and the baseball coach says, "Hey, come watch him." Mm-hmm. So he walks over, he sees one at bat. Frank Thomas hits the ball. Coach Dye gets up and leaves. And they're all like, well, what? And then he calls Frank Thomas in the office a couple days later. And he's like, son, you just need to play baseball as much as I want you. But
yeah, he said
you're not as good at football as you are at baseball.
He said, he saved my career. He started my career is what he said. Yeah.
All right, I want to know if y'all can get this right. And I'll ask a couple questions. And I'll start out. How many questions does it take to get y'all to get this right? 2 legendary coaches. Both died at age 69. Who are they?
Frank Broyles and I don't know, Chubby Checker. No, I don't.
69 years old, legends.
Gosh, it'd be Bear Bryant.
I think Bear was older.
James, who do you think?
Suge Jordan.
Who'd you say?
Suge Jordan.
You're correct. Who was the other one?
I would say Bear.
That's unbelievable. You got it right. I thought it would take forever.
I thought he was older.
2? No, he looked older. And even somebody questioned if back in the day you had to retire in Alabama. You couldn't coach when you turned 70, and so people started changing the rules and everything to get him coached. And he died. And he quit and retired, and died. But 2 coaches, both died at 69. Both had theirs named on the stadium. Mm-hmm. They were the only 2 at that time, and maybe still. There are not many coaches out there have their name after a stadium like Bear Bryant and Suge Jordan. Suge died at 69, 4-month fight with leukemia. He retired. When did he retire? 1975.
Yeah.
I think he retired in 1975. But to me, I loved him, and I'm an Alabama guy. I love watching his show. He was a gentleman. We'd go to Auburn, watch the games. He had that little white hat on. Fought in Germany. He was just special. He was a great man. A lot of respect for that guy. Yeah. Of course, I love Bear Bryant. But who had their stadium name first? Was it Suge at Auburn or Bryant Denny in Tuscaloosa?
It was Suge.
Sure was.
And it wasn't long after he had passed.
I thought
it might have been before.
I thought it was when he was alive.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think it was in like the final months of his life. I think they changed it just so he could have that honor.
See, I don't. How could we find that out? Because I thought he was still. I thought he was the first.
They added his name to the stadium. Oh,
Jordan Hare. Mm-hmm. Yeah. See if you can find out what year did they
add his name to
the Auburn Stadium. Because he retired in 1975, I think.
October 1973 is when Auburn
He was
added.
the first living guy that had it done. And then they did it to Bryant.
When did he retire?
When did they do it for Bryant?
Bryant was
75, 76.
I was thinking it was like 79 or 80. But
let me see.
Let's see. It was Denny Stadium, 1975. That's not what I asked you, Internet. Thank you, Internet. Hold on again.
Okay. Because Suge was first. He was the first one.
1975.
See?
Bear Bryant was
2 years later. Unbelievable. You knew that at Alabama. They're going to let Suge have one. They're going to make it after that. But what 2 great people. Bear Bryant, Suge Jordan. All right, Glenn, let's jump back into the show. Top 5 toughest schedules. And this is not this is not the ESPN FPI. This is totally different. This is with Sports Writer. And I didn't write his name down, but I liked what he said. Top 5 toughest conference in the nation. Number 1, Ohio State out of the Big Ten. At Texas, Iowa, Indiana, USC. Home games, Oregon and Michigan. Guys, that's pretty dang tough. Texas is going to rank in the top 10. Iowa always has a good program. Indiana just won the national championship. USC is going to rank high this year. and they got Oregon ranked in the top 10, and you got Michigan. That is a tough schedule. Texas came in number 2. They got Florida. They got Ole Miss. They got Oklahoma. They got Ohio State. That's at home. They're at Texas A&M, Tennessee, LSU, and, of course, a neutral site game, Oklahoma. All right, just listen to those two right there. Let's compare them. Who has a tougher schedule, Texas or Oklahoma? Now, they all got their cupcakes. I'm just looking at the ones that are good teams they're playing. Ohio State's at Texas. I think they're at Iowa. I think they're at Indiana, USC. Home games, Oregon, Michigan. I could be wrong on that. That's some brutal schedule. And you look at Texas, Florida, Ole Miss, Ohio State at home, at A&M, at Tennessee, at LSU, and Oklahoma neutral site. Now, those two, James, who's got the toughest schedule?
Oklahoma, A&M, I'm going to go with.
No, Texas.
Texas,
Ohio
yeah.
State. Yeah, Texas. You got Texas. Okay. Glenn, who would you pick, Texas or Ohio State? But then again, listen now, Ohio State's at Texas. They got Iowa, which, okay. Indiana, defending national champ. USC is going to be a lot better. They're at Oregon, which is going to be really good. And I'm telling you, Michigan's going to be good this year, too. They got them at home.
I just still think that Texas would have the toughest playing in the SEC.
Okay. Who you got?
Texas.
Yeah, because for me with Ohio State has, like, if you take the schedule and divide it into, like, thirds, toughest third, middle third, bottom third, Ohio State definitely has the top third that's more difficult, but if you look at the middle and bottom of the category, it goes to the SEC schools.
Okay, we live with that. Arkansas has the third toughest schedule in college football. At Utah, Georgia, Texas, LSU, Tennessee, Texas A&M. It's Texas. It's going to be tough no matter who they play, but that's a tough schedule. Oklahoma, at Michigan, Georgia, Texas, Ole Miss, and Texas A&M. That's tough, man. They got a tough schedule. LSU is number 5. They got Clemson. They're at Ole Miss, Alabama home, Tennessee, Texas, and Texas A&M. So you could all 5 of those schools right there play a real schedule. Then you go look what Notre Dame plays. They got Missouri. They've got Miami, and they got BYU. And I think, do they have SMU on the schedule? I don't think they do. But I'm just saying their schedule is a joke, and they're going to be good. I got to give them credit. They're a good football program. They got Miami's schedule ranks 45th in the nation. They got an easy schedule. But the top 5 toughest schedules: Ohio State number 1, Texas number 2, Arkansas 3, Oklahoma 4, LSU 5, and 4 of them are from the SEC. Top to bottom, I would say it's the toughest conference in football. That's just me. All right, let's take a break. Let's talk about some of our great people. Patrick, tell us how to get up with you. What do you do?
To get up with us, call us on our local number, 850-890-5820, or on Facebook at Turf Pro PC. We do household pest control, keeping the bugs out or eliminating them if you already have them in there. We do fire ant control, mosquito control, rodent control, and then we also do lawn treatments for fertilization, weed control, and insect control. You can call us, like I said, on our local number, 850-890-5820.
Get out to the legendary J. Michael's restaurant, the best seafood, ice cold beer, the legendary J. Michael's. You will be glad you did. Maximum Sports Nutrition. Do you want to look better, feel better? Jason Kovaleski can make that happen for you. 2 great locations. Pier Park, 23rd Street. Stevenson Air Conditioning. Locals taking care of locals. Steve's Bike Shop. Are you kidding me? Electrical bikes are taking over the world. Steve's got the best prices on new and used standard bikes, electrical bikes. They work on them. They do it all. They've been in business since 1979, right here on 23rd Street. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida. It's the Coach James Hale Show.
And they're not going to tell you outright. You'll hear within their words if they're pleased or not with certain position groups.
A little soundtrack behind you there.
Man, people want to talk to you bad. Just call the station. They want to get them.
And on the request line.
Weekday morning 7 to 9. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Anna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida. For this afternoon and evening, likely thunderstorms and light showers and a high of 86 with wind 15 to 20 miles per hour out of the east. A chance of thunderstorms and light showers tonight, a moderate breeze, and quite warm near 80. Likely thunderstorms and sprinkles and 86 tomorrow. 88 and some clouds in the early morning. And then a chance of thunderstorms Wednesday. This is your Monday's weather brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for tuning in to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Ho, ho, ho! Santa's on vacation, but Coin and Bullion Reserve's fine jewelry is working overtime on the savings. Celebrate Christmas in July with up to 75% off sparkling diamond and gemstone jewelry, coastal-inspired pieces, and holiday savings that are making waves. You'll find treasures from the shore to adore during Christmas in July. Slay the summer at Coin and Bullion Reserve's fine jewelry at the corner of East Avenue and 15th Street, your diamond headquarters.
Upgrade your time on the water. Blue Water Marine Electronics is officially open at 2320 West 15th Street in the old Kawasaki dealership. Blue Water Marine Electronics, your premier destination for marine tech. They sell, service, and install everything from top-tier GPS and fish finders to sound systems and trolling motors. Need repairs? They're Bay County's authorized Minn Kota Warranty Center. Blue Water Marine Electronics, 15th Street, Panama City.
Want to know the inside scoop on your favorite teams? From the gridiron to the hardwood to the diamond. For comprehensive sports coverage, it's ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. You know, they already have the basketball preseason rankings, who's going to finish first and all that in the SEC. What, do you want to do something locally?
Yeah, I do. Coach Siegel sent some pictures in, and also he wanted to say go Temple Owls. I guess he has a young man there who he knows very well as assistant coach there. But Cola Deloach from North Bay Haven, he came in the Nationals at Fargo, North Dakota. He's a National All-American again this year. And we want to send a shout out to Bear, who did a great job there too. Two
Love
girls.
Bear.
Yep. And then also Sarah Branch, who was at Bay High. She qualified for one of the girls here. And then there was also 5 boys from Bay County who did qualify, and we'll try to get those names. But congratulations, wrestling is really big here in this county. And also, let me tell you, girls wrestling has really picked up. We started out with 2 or 3. Then I think we had about 15 to 20 girls, so this really catching on, and there's some girls a little more intense on some of these matches than the guys are. So congratulations, and thank Coach Siegel for sending all that in, and they show you things going on all the time, just not the big 3. So I'm sure everybody's ready to go now back to school. And I can't believe it. What is it, August the 10th?
They're not ready.
No, I know they
the
are.
Kids are screaming longer.
Well, it used to be after Labor Day, but
yes,
so anyway. But yeah, thank you for that. And again, what a great thing it was for Coach Deaton up at Kent Forest Lawn, and all the players and all the people in the community that showed up. Man,
well, if you're getting excited about college football like we are, it's
are.
already started. SEC Media Days today. You can watch it. It's going on now. You can turn on the SEC Network if you get that on your cable or whatever TV system you use. You can watch it today. Kentucky, Missouri, Oklahoma, and Tennessee all today. And then Tuesday, if you love Auburn Tigers, Auburn will be there. Georgia, Kirby Smart, South Carolina, Beamer, and Lee at Vandy. And then Wednesday, all the Alabama Crimson Tide, DeBoer, Florida, Summerall, Georgia. Ole Miss will be there. Golding. I'm looking forward to listening to the questions they ask him. And I believe Texas A&M. That's what's going on Wednesday. And then they wrap it up on Thursday. Arkansas, LSU, Mississippi State, and Texas. And Wednesday also is Texas A&M. So it's here, man. Hell, it's here. After this, they'll come up their media day. They'll list the teams they think are going to win the
6 more Saturdays
SEC.
or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. It's getting down 6 or 7. This is the SEC basketball preseason rankings. The number 1 team, I think we'll all know who that is. Florida Gators, they predict them to win it. Texas is 2nd. Tennessee 3rd. Arkansas 4th. Kentucky. How about them Kentucky Wildcats at number 5? That going to make them happy up there?
Oh, and enthralled. They're just excited about it. I mean, I'm not selling out Pope yet, but I don't think he's going to be the answer.
Number 6, Alabama. Number 7, Vandy. Number 8, LSU. Number 9, Missouri. Number 10, Ole Miss. Number 11, Texas A&M. And Auburn, number 12. Is Auburn turning around basketball next year?
I think he needs to, or he may not be there.
Auburn needs to get a big guy or two.
Yeah. Number 13, Oklahoma. Number 14, Georgia. Number 15, Mississippi State. 16th is South Carolina.
So Brian will be happy that Mississippi State has knocked the bottom one again.
What's the smallest SEC school in enrollment?
Vanderbilt.
You're correct.
Yeah, go Vandy.
What's the next after Vandy? Who comes at 15th? Mississippi State with 18,000. Vandy's only got over 7,000 students. I didn't know that. Mississippi State has about 18,000, a little bit over that. Who's next? Who's after them at number 14?
Arkansas.
No.
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss Rebels, 21,585. Who's number 13? You'll never get it. You'll never get it. You're never going to get it. Give me one name, James.
Kentucky.
In 13th place.
South Carolina.
Oklahoma, 23,352.
I thought they had more now. Okay.
Yeah. At 12, we're going the smallest to the biggest. 12. Who's number 12?
South Carolina.
Nope.
Missouri.
You are correct. Good job. 24,449. Number 11, you should know this one.
Go with Kentucky on that
You are
one.
correct, sir. 25,500 and whatever. Number 10, it's the hardest school to get in the state of Alabama. Number 10.
Auburn.
Auburn, 27,907. Number 9, who am I? What's the enrollment? Who is it?
Alabama.
28,859, Arkansas. The 7th biggest school, no, the 8th biggest enrollment in the SEC.
LSU.
No. Y'all been mentioning them. Everybody
South Carolina.
South Carolina. 30,187. And we got a wonderful cheerleader from Bay County. Arnold's High School cheerleaders over there cheering for them. Kim Wise's daughter, she's an incredible cheerleader. She is awesome. At number 7, what school am I? I got 30,564 students enrolled, and it's beautiful campus. Beautiful up there.
Georgia.
No.
Tennessee.
Yes, sir. Tennessee Volunteers. Rocky Top. 6 biggest schools in the SEC as far as enrollment. At number 6, 32,242, and they're used to winning. Who am I?
Alabama.
No.
Georgia.
Georgia, yes, sir. 34,242 at number 5, enrollment. What school am I?
Florida.
Wherever I go, you have to have a lot of liquor.
LSU.
LSU Fighting Tigers. Top 4 biggest enrollment schools in the SEC. At number 4 with 34,389, who am I? 4th biggest school in the SEC.
Well, there's only 4 left, so it's either Florida, Alabama.
I've won more national championships than any other school in
Alabama.
Alabama. At number 3, 36,573 students. What school am I?
Florida.
Texas. You are the Florida Gators. Go Gators, baby. The top 2 biggest schools in the SEC. One has 43,156. The other, 60,710. Who's number?
Texas and Texas A&M.
Texas and Texas A&M. You are correct. Good job.
I think Texas A&M has the most.
You're right. 60,710. Did you know that, Glenn?
No.
And that does not count the online enrollment.
That's a lot. 60,000. That's like
it's a city.
Yeah. Crazy.
In itself.
Crazy, man.
Just don't go near
that's
the
how
top.
that's how you can fill a 110,000 seat stadium real easy.
Right.
Just get 60,000 students.
And don't go near the tower is all I can tell you.
You know, I didn't get to do this for you guys. How much time we got? We don't have much time.
You got about 3 minutes.
I really don't have time for this. Glenn, anything else locally going on you want to talk about?
No, other than, we have the USFA World Series softball. There'd be a lot of young ladies out there playing at the Publix Park. And also things are going on. And be careful out there because Panama City is still doing road construction, so it's going to be tough around there.
I'd refuse to believe that statement right there. No, there's no road construction around here. No, nowhere.
Well, they got signs up everywhere, whether they can do it or not.
They're getting paid by the minute.
They're standing around looking at it anyway.
What two schools share their stadium with an NFL team?
Pitt.
In the South.
In the South.
South Florida.
You're correct.
Is one of them.
Who is the other?
Then you're going to go.
Tulane. Tulane doesn't play in the Superdome anymore?
No, they got a little bitty stadium on
Okay.
campus. It's nice, too, small. You're right. South Florida, who do they share it with?
Tampa Bay.
There you go. I can't believe y'all don't know this. Dun, dun, dun,
Miami.
dun. Miami, thank you. The Miami Hurricanes, who they share their stadium with?
The Dolphins.
Good job. Y'all are brilliant. Y'all guys, you know what? Y'all complete me. Y'all
gosh.
I can't drink that. That's the reflex going through the roof right now. All right, Glenn, you won't be with us Wednesday. You're out. Patrick, we got you next Monday.
Yes, sir.
James, we got you tomorrow.
Yeah, I guess so. yeah, I'll be here.
You're kind of important.
Johnny spent the night with us. This is the first night he ever spent the night just him. We've had him spend the night before with the girls, but just by himself. That kid, we had a blast. We had a blast with Johnny. Then he woke up the other night, Daddy. He wanted Jared, but anyway. All right, James, I will see you tomorrow. Patrick, I will see you Monday. And Glenn, have a great day Wednesday. I wish I could tell everybody what you're doing, but we can't. Cannot talk like that.
That's right.
Get out to see all of our sponsors, Beef O'Brady's, Lynn Haven, David Adams Designer Jewelry. I love, Pat, real quick, Pat, go ahead. Turpro Pest Control.
850-890-5820. Keep the bugs out. Keep the lawn green.
I don't know why I'm looking at I thought we were done.
No, you got about 50 more seconds. You can say whatever you
Bike
need.
Shop. I can talk about. I love Kyle Vandergriff every Friday right here. Listen to Kyle. Vandy Roofing. Are you kidding me? Locals taking care of locals. You get a letter in the mail saying, "Hey, your roof's so old, we're dropping you. Don't panic. Call Kyle Vandergriff. He'll walk you through the process. You'll be fine. Don't panic. He is number one." We're out. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida, the Paul Feinbaum Show.
What'd you major in, by the way?
Science.
Science? No, you don't. You major in